Okay, so where we left off yesterday is I broke the spark plug off. See that? This is the other end. I actually did a video on what it took to remove this from the vehicle. Interesting video. I had some troubles along the way. So where we left off here is we're flushing the system out. So I got to get back to that. As a side note, got all the spark plugs done. None of them looked like they were wet. But then again, it was a while before I got back to it. They could have dried off. But none of them looked any worse than the other. They all looked about the same. They definitely wore, I would guess, probably the original plugs that were in the vehicle. So based off that alone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get back to flushing this thing. I got a few things I have to clean up still from the removal. A few things I've had to put back together. I'm going to get that done. Then I'm going to go back to flushing the engine to prepare to put in the head gasket, the K&W Head Gasket Repair, and hopefully get that running tonight so it can air dry overnight and part of the day tomorrow. And then I can drain it and put the coolant in, the antifreeze back in, and have this problem fixed, hopefully. So there you go. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. It's getting a little dark, so we got to kind of get moving here. Engine's been flushed 3 or 4 times. I don't have a flush kit, so without the thermostat in there, it's pretty easy to do. I add warm water, drain it out, add warm water, drain it out. It's running very clear. What I have here is the magic mixture right here. This has got the K&M sealer mixed in with water. So we're going to add that and then top it off. And then from there, run the engine for 20-30 minutes. I'll probably go a little bit longer. And I guess, I'd say tomorrow I'll be here. Once you get done with this, you actually have to have the engine cool and then open it up. You just take off the bottom hose, top hose, keep the radiator cap off. What they're looking for is as much air you can get in the system as possible. Leave it like that for 12 hours. It'll be like that overnight for me, and probably some of tomorrow as well. I can see the nanotechnology pouring into the radiator as we speak. So I'm going to start it. I'm going to top it off and let it run. And then the moment of truth will be tomorrow. And we'll see. Well, might take a little longer than that. We'll see if we use coolant or lose antifreeze. All right, that's it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and start this up, let it run, let it idle, and tomorrow I'll take another video and give everybody an update where we stand. Hopefully this will do it. Otherwise, I'll be doing a head gasket repair, which I'm not looking forward to. Been a long day. So check back later. So hopefully this will be the final segment and we'll have some good luck today. Right now I have the engine's been drained from yesterday. The thermostat's still out, but the sealant got to dry for, they wanted 12 hours. It's been drying overnight, and now it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so better part of the day. It's a pretty nice, warm, sunny day. Still chilly, but I mean it's warmer. So next step is to flush the system out. I'm going to do that without the thermostat in there, and I'm going to put the new thermostat in. I got the new neck. One thing I wanted to show you, my last video I was talking about the notches and how this thing lines up, and you can see, hopefully, with the new one, there's 2 very distinct notches that the thermostat sits in. So unlike the other one, it'll be a lot easier to tell that it's in there correctly. It's a little tricky. I'll try to show it. Yeah, like I can figure this out. There you go. It's in the notches right there. And it's actually a little tricky getting this in there and trying to keep it in the notches. It wants to fall out. But I wish that was a little deeper and they had a way to keep that in there. So it is a little tricky to make sure. You don't want the thing to get cocked and to get trapped between the extension pipe and the actual housing. That would be bad. And they actually did ship it with gasket. This is a traditional gasket that you would put a sealer on. Maybe not, I don't know. But again, I ordered the Felpro gasket. I really like this a lot better. Probably the other one's probably still good, but what the heck. I ordered one anyways. So it's going to get cracking with that. Next step, I'm not really going to videotape it so much, but the next thing is going to hook everything back up, fill it with warm water, let the engine run a little bit, drain it out, and go through that procedure 3 or 4 times so I know I got all the K&W and nanotechnologies out of my system. And after that, we're going to fill it with coolant. We'll put the thermostat in, hook everything back up, fill it with coolant, and hopefully the problem is solved here, and I can drive it for a while until I have to do the head gasket next spring. And I think I'll go ahead and tape when I put the head gasket in. I'll do a video of that. There's quite a few things that I think would be valuable for people to see that you need to do when you're doing a head gasket repair. When I do it, I will probably take the heads off and have them taken in the machine, because I believe that's what you should do. If a head gasket ruptures, breaks in any way, it's generally an indication that things got pretty hot, which means the head could warp, and you may have a space in there, and you put it all back together and still have it leak. So I'll probably have it take them down and get a valve job done if I can get that cheap enough. And I think I can. It's a lot for an old car, but at that point you'll have basically almost a new engine, other than the pistons themselves. And if you have good compression, it's worth doing. So I'll probably do that. Anyway, I want to keep babbling here. I'm going to get busy on this thing, and hopefully everything will go smoothly today. So there you have it. Let's get busy. So right now I'm on my second flush. Engine's pretty warm. There's no thermostat in there, holding back water, so I still haven't done that. I thought I'd do a quick check. And right now there's no indication of combustion gases in, at least picked up by this tester, which there were before. Obviously the engine's not up to operating temperature without the thermostat. So I'm going to flush it one more time, shut it down, flush it again, and then add the coolant, the thermostat back and add the coolant, and then test it again. This is pretty promising results here so far. I'm happy to see that. Nothing showing up. That's good so far. We'll see. Alright, so right now I have flushed it 4 or 5 times at least. Saw very few particles. I don't know how you get them all out. I don't have a flush kit. Probably a flush kit would be better. New thermostat in, new housing. It seems tight. It's running. I'm waiting for it to get up to operating temperature, and then I'm going to test again for combustion gases using the tester. See where we're at. So far it looks good. I'm not 100% convinced. And so we'll see. Okay, so it's pretty warmed up, blowing hot air. Hose is nice and warm. See what we got. Looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and top it off. Then I have some running around to do tonight. And we'll do that. I'm going to work tomorrow, keep an eye on it. And hopefully this is it. And K&W seems to work pretty good. How long it will last, I don't know. I'll give an update if it doesn't. My intent would be to do the head gasket in the spring. I'll video that. But right now it appears that the temporary fix is in place, and whatever leak I might have had seems to be plugged. So I'm pleased. We'll see how it goes. All right, that's it.